Hi there, Marge here from A Rose Grows in Harlem. I am back. It is Wednesday, March 27th, 2024, and it's day 2 of putting together the seedlings. Yesterday my microphone was not on, so the second part of my seedling video I will probably just speed up because, yeah, there's no sound, and I'll try to capture whatever I can. Maybe I can lip sync, or I don't know, we'll figure it out. But today I didn't want to bore you, so I actually put together a whole nother set of seed trays, and we have the labels and everything are ready to go. So I have red burgundy onion, sweet Spanish yellow Utah jumbo onion. I don't know why I'm holding it like that. That one says it's a container variety. This one I have Granix yellow PRR hybrid, but it's not GMO. I have my Sugar Baby watermelon. You guys probably all have this. I have my favorite thing to grow, a loofah. I'm very excited to get that on some kind of trellis. I have sweet Italian basil. That is from Seeds of Change. The other ones were from Burpee, and the first ones were from Fairy Morse. This is also Seeds of Change, Garden Sage. Yeah. And last but not least, I have some leftover lavender. I think I got these to germinate last year. They just took like maybe 2 months. I really should have started these in January, but I want to have way more lavender plants than the others. So what I'll end up doing is I will do 12 12 cells of onions each, 6 of the watermelon, 6 of the gourd, 6 of the basil, 6 of the sage, and then another 12 of the lavender. We'll see how that goes. So I will start first with the labeling. Okay, this is going to be the red burgundy onion. $20.24, $3.27. I'm only doing one at a time labeling, so this way I'm keeping track of what I'm doing. Let's get the little poker. And I'm sure you know that onion seeds can be tiny, but I think these are okay. They sound huge. Okay, these are not so bad. So, I don't know if you could see that, but I will probably put 4 in each. We'll see how it goes. That's a lot of onions. Let's see what happens. Was it 48 onions? Break this up. Now, if you didn't catch yesterday's seed sowing, that was, I didn't use any kind of crazy mix. I just ended up putting in 2, 3, 4. I just ended up putting in some dirt. It's not an exact science. I know a lot of people do onions right in the, they do it in trays and then thin them out later. Ooh, I am dropping seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that should be enough. So the onions, excuse me, the onions that I think I have in the garden, I have another video about that. I don't know if those are onions or not, because I thought they were. They came up, but I guess I left them in the ground for too long because they just they turned into what looked like leeks, but they still had the yellow bottoms, like this look, like you see how it's dried out there. Imagine that wet, and that's what they look like. I'll link to the video if I have it posted by the time I post this one. Otherwise, I'll have to do it in retro. Okay, so those are onion seeds. Those are the red burgundies. Okay. That's done. Next up are the onion sweet Spanish yellow, but I'm just going to put onion sweet Spanish 2024 3/27. And if this video gets cut off, then so be it. It's just, what are you going to do? I didn't charge my phone. The most important thing is that the seeds get in the ground, not that the videos get taken, because I can always take videos later, and that's fine. Now, how am I going to do this better? Because these seeds are much smaller than like tomato seeds, and I can't see them, I'm just going to make a big hole and just throw them in there. This way that will work. Okay, 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm using my nail. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't like to waste seeds, but you have to pick out the strongest ones, right? If you don't pick out the strongest ones, you might get a weak plant. And it might not taste good. It might not grow at all. There's gonna come a time when we're gonna need to save seeds, and it's gonna be hard to come by unless you have your own seeds to sow. Don't, don't mistake my laziness for not wanting or not needing to do this. Later on, everybody's talking about how supermarkets are going to close, and I shouldn't say everybody, but there are some things that are changing. We had that horrible accident in Baltimore. I mean, I say it's an accident, but you really have to question everything these days. Okay, so that's the sweet Spanish onion. You just always want to look out for yourself. That's all. Look out for yourself. Look out for your family. Look out for those that can't look out for themselves, I'm the oldest of 4, so that's always going to be my mindset. Okay, so this is the Granex Yellow Hybrid. I don't know, what am I going to put this? I'm just going to put Granix yellow 2024 327. We'll do the same thing. Just make some holes in the middle. It's probably what I'll end up doing for all of these. And I don't know if I'm going to make this in a separate video. I'll probably just put this all as one, like my seed starting. I found that I had to do, I was going to do some watermelons, and I was going to do some carrots and some Swiss chard, but I should just sow them outside. When I checked the calendar, it just says just put them outdoors, because by the time they germinate, it's going to be warm. So I'll put them outside, but I have to get those beds ready, and those beds are not ready at all. They're not ready. Okay. And that's all the onions. Sorry if it seemed like my tone went to a different place, but this week has just been a little crazy. I'm just never been more excited to get something growing in the ground, so I don't have to depend on anyone else. All right, so those what's 36? 1 2 3 4 5 6 times 6 is 36. Yeah, so that's wait, is that right? 6 12. No, that's way more than 36. That's 472. No, no. 36. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 6 36. Okay, I was right the first time. I'm freaking myself out because I'm thinking too hard about it. Sorry. Okay, so this is the Loofah. Now they spell it Luffa, but you can also spell it Loofah or something like that. 327. I don't know if like one is if one might be, oh, what's it called? Copyrighted or something like that. And I grew these last year, and these came up fast, and they're huge. They're kind of like watermelon seeds, because it is a gourd, so it's kind of like squash-like. So I only need 6, because I'll probably only have one loofah plant. But I mean, if I could have multiple ones, maybe I'll make them and put them in the where my greenhouse is right now, and outside. I want to grow stuff there instead of keeping a greenhouse. Now this is 6 hours of full sun, so no, that's not going to work. I'm only going to drop one seed, because 6 plants is more than enough. I'm going to have to, I think I only did 3 last year, and they all came up. It was great. This is Burpee. Okay. That's the loofah done. And see, if you prep ahead of time, this takes no time at all. If you get all of these cells filled with dirt and just have them waiting, all you have to do is come out for, like, a lunchtime or something like that. Because this is what, maybe half an hour? And that was mostly me prepping. Okay, next up is the sweet Italian basil. So I'll just put basil. Basil. 327. Let's see how small these seeds are. Always respect your tools, and you won't increase the chance of an accident. You can't ever get rid of it completely, but you can definitely decrease the chance. Is that big enough? I don't remember what basil seeds look like. Oh, they sound tiny. Let's open that up a little more. Oh, they're small like the lavender. Okay, so I'll do the same thing like I did with the onions. I'll just make a central area and thin them out later. Because basil will just pop up in my yard. I swear it's like a weed. Oh, it smells. Oh my god, the seeds smell so good. Wow, even the seeds smell good. Didn't realize that. I know that as soon as they come up, they start smelling wonderful. I'm just dropping a whole bunch of seeds in there. I mean, if I have basil all over the place, that's great. They have to go with my tomatoes, so I need, you know. And I'm pretty sure I had some basil open somewhere, but that's okay. I'll end up putting that together. Oh, and my sister is awesome. She got me this. I went kind of like window shopping on a gardener's website. I think it is actually gardeners, and she got me this amazing seed holder. It's like a galvanized steel seed holder, and I'm definitely going to do a whole video on just organizing my seeds, getting them together, separating them, because it's this beautiful metal box and you can put separators in them, and it's fantastic. Love it, love it. She's awesome. She also gave me some other cool tools, and I will make videos about all of those. This is going to be watermelon, sugar baby. 4, 3, 27. And that's a nice little contrasting color. That was here. I have that open already, and these are also huge. These also are very good to germinate. At least they were last year, so I will just put one in each cell. I was thinking about using the paper containers for some of these, but I think I'll just use them to up pot. So when I add them, I can just up pot them and then just throw the whole thing in the ground. And I know yesterday I also said that I wanted to use them for selling plants if I get to that, but we'll see. Okay, 1, 2, 3 for the sugar babies. Those actually grew last year, and if you watch the video, I'll try to remember to post it. That actually came up. I had, I think, 3 plants were successful, and I was growing a little watermelon, but then the cold came. Alas, the cold came. All right, next up, garden sage. Now, I love sage. It's delicious. You don't need a lot of it. So I'm just gonna grow 6 plants and see which ones do well. Sage. 327. I think I had sage someplace else, but I feel like I always lose my sage seeds. It's like the most important herb I wanted to grow after oregano, but now my oregano is prolific, so I don't need to ever sow that again. It comes back every year. It's a perennial, and I use it to make my pork chops. Let's see how big these seeds are. Oh, these are cute. They're little round seeds. They're little round seeds. Good job, Sage. Okay, so I'll probably put I guess maybe 3, because I wouldn't mind having it like around the house, I mean around the yard either, because just having herbs deters some pests. And I don't have to use every plant for, for cooking. Some of them can just be there. So let's put 3 in each one. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. That's fine. Cool. Oh, I heard one fall. I don't know where it went. That's okay. That's the sage. Great. And again, this soil is really, really moist. I'm going to water just a little bit from the bottom like I did yesterday and just let it go. And at the end of this video, I'll show you how the condensation has collected. It's not too much, and for once, it's not like overly soaked. I think it's a good environment. My only concern is that there is a like a draft. I might have to close this and put the fan on because the cold air is coming in from the side, and I don't want to turn on the heating mat. I thought these lamps would be warm enough, but these cool white lamps don't give as much heat as the other ones. So I might swap out for every one of these to be like these lamps. Yeah, I might end up doing that some other time. But now, last one is lavender. 2024, 327. Now, lavender, I know I have some more over here. Do I? I don't know if I put it in here because I already had lavender seeds. I don't know if, do I have any lavender here? No. I have garden beans too and pumpkin, but I think I'm going to sow all of those outside if I sow them at all. Let's see what we want to do here. For my lavender, let's do, I guess I'll do the central hole as well. Okay. I don't know why I'm singing in sync right now. Justin Timberlake or whatever. Stuck in my head. Never bought their albums, just listen to them on the radio. Some lavender. These don't smell like anything. Like the basil was unbelievable. Like you could definitely tell that that was basil. Now sometimes if I'm not careful, like with really small seeds like carrots and celery, I ended up, putting them in another whatchamacallit, putting them in another cell. So I would get like carrots over by my tomatoes. That's all right. I might end up doing that with my lavender. We'll see. Okay. I used to have this cute little thing that lets me put seeds back into these containers. But that's good enough. Okay, so that's it. Now I have my onions, my watermelon, my loofah, basil, sage, and lavender. So let's cross those off. Loofah, watermelon, onion, yellow, onion, Spanish yellow, onion, red burgundy. Did I have my lavender here? Yes, lavender. Oh, that was Vera. It was Vera lavender, Vera. Onion, onion, onion. Watermelon, loofah, basil. There we go, basil. Sweet Italian basil, sage. Cool. And that's it for tonight. Now I will go ahead and close this up for the lavender, put it over here, and give it some water. Those don't have to be perfect. You have to remember, these plants grow without us. They do all types of amazing things without us. They technically don't need us for anything. But we like to pretend that they need us for everything. Okay, so put this over here. Move this out the way. And grab some water. I don't think I need this much water. Is this stable? It's stable enough. Yeah, I definitely don't need that much water. Okay. Oh, you want to talk about small space gardening? And all this just so I can record in my greenhouse. I normally take this other stuff out and then I can just get access to all of this without any problems. Okay. Let's get these over here. Over here, I'm not going to put the water on top of the cells. I'm going to get it in between here. Of course, you can't see that, but I just want to get it so there's maybe about like an inch all over the... Yeah, I just want to make sure every cell gets some water. So there's probably about like half an inch of water in there. Cool. And that's it. I'll see you tomorrow for our next round.